feels weird, feels powerful, feels dangerous, feels. It has a
If you
certain
were
je ne sais quoi.
A certain I don't know what.
what?
Exactly.
So do you want us to put? You want me to put this on the Poseidon Trident thing, like kind of like?
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's like the equivalent of weaving it.
Sure.
The other thought I had was whether or not the part of the soul you have. No, that shouldn't make any difference because anybody else that's done this wouldn't have that specific item, so that wouldn't make any difference.
Oops, I may have fucked up. Peter, you wearing gray or white?
I'm wearing white.
Switch everything between Chris and Pete. Book.
Yeah, I was trying to get my head around. I thought, maybe white is.
I
Because
just
it's
now
about
looked
the
at
light
it. It's like
and...
no. Okay, so
white.
or Chris can become white and Pete's gray. I don't care what you want to do.
That's all right. Like the whole thing about the white is birth and stuff, and
Which,
grey is
so
the life.
Is Pete
White
become,
flower escape.
is Pete
I'll
becoming?
go white since I'm the one that was dealing with the.
Great.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
will
I'll be
change
the grey.
those two. Everybody grab a card. Sorry about that. I didn't. Okay. Chris white, Pete gray, Russ black.
Can you go to the page that has all the cards? Does anybody remember? I know what the last thing I played was. Does anybody else remember what they played last, or no?
Played?
Or discarded?
Not sure.
I discarded a lot of stuff when we did the last down to the wire thing.
I had like 10 cards in my hand.
Assume it's junk, Chris, and go from there. They weren't. They are not being careful with their discard thing, so just assume it's junk.
Because I knew Russ had down to the wire, it didn't matter what I discarded because Russ's cards would have been going on top of my cards and your cards. Yeah, so I wasn't concerned about what I discarded because I knew Russ's would cover it up.
All right, all right.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I'm trying to figure out the other talisman card I had because I would have put that on top. Can we dig around in there and find the other talisman card, Logan?
No.
No, that's why I'm saying I'm not going to worry about it because I don't know for sure. So I'd rather just not, because I have a full retrieve. And I know the last thing I discarded on purpose was a victory, but I don't know if I was the last person to discard.
Russ
had 2 red cards.
Yeah.
Right, and I discarded after he did because I remember I asked. I discard all my cards, yes.
Yeah. No, he's
I'd rather...
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll get plenty more cards. Plus, Pete's still got too many, so he has to discard anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so back to what we were doing. Rebirth and power can be checked. We could try measuring the tines on Poseidon's.
No, I think that I'm gonna be putting it on the tines, and then Pete's going to pull strands from it to measure them out.
Yeah, using the tape measure to measure it.
Except you guys are swapped now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pete's gonna be
Yeah, I'm still got the tape measure.
White. Chris became white.
I'm white. He's gray. You're black. Okay. I'm Earth, so I'm going to be making, starting the weave. He's going to be cutting the threads from the weave, and then you will measuring, and then you will be cutting. Yeah. So I use the tines, and I'm putting this stuff together. I'm kind of weaving them through the.
So, you guys head over to the statue of Poseidon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're going to do what now specifically with your giant Q-tip of now it's now it's starting to glow when you get close to the Poseidon statue.
Once I get to the Poseidon statue, I'm going to touch it and then
immediately some of it sticks, and as you move it away it begins stretching blue and white strands out.
All right, measure.
And hold up tape measure.
The red thing goes and it stops.
Cut there.
I cut with the shears right there on the thread.
Blue thread, white thread, both threads.
Blue thread. Cut the blue thread.
Yeah, I think blue thread.
Okay, you cut just the blue thread. The white thread is still remaining.
Now, does the measure? What does the measure change?
Still right there.
I cut both.
Very well. You cut both. At this point, Chris's backpack explodes and the blue smoke is coming out. It's just billowing out of his backpack.
There goes the Horcrux.
I dropped the, does this take a little bit of time?
A little bit of time, less than a second or two, I think.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
And hold on a second. Let me flip to this. Please hold. There it is. Right. It forms into the blue smoke as you guys are looking like,
A genie?
Kind of. There we are. And fog. Move map. Forms into this guy, although he's not doing his fucking cool ass power move thing. Okay.
Is he corporeal or translucent?
He looks corporeal, and he is now sinking to his knees, and he begins pounding on the ground. He says, "You maniacs! You blew me up! Ah, damn you! God's damn you all to hell! I was gonna fix everything, and you did it!" He sits back on his heels, and he goes, "You killed me and prevented me from fulfilling that goal." He slowly gets to his feet.
What was your goal?
Well done. Done. To make a new Logris to balance the zone. Now.
Go in.
Huh? He screams something incoherent at you. He says,
"Okay, you're reading flavor text."
Thank you. He says, "Well, now you've got to do it. And you know what? You don't have much time to get it done. There's at least 5 different groups after that fucking unicorn's eye, and they're all racing to get there first. And so now you need me, a shitty backup that doesn't even seem to be working right to give you the information. Otherwise, your world's going to come to an end, and soon. You better get it up real quick or you're all going to die. And all I have is either help. My options are either to help your dumbasses or suffer a worse fate. Ask your questions quickly, as it costs a great deal of energy for me to manifest to answer your inane questions, and I'm not able to appear often. In fact, the only reason I may be able to appear here now is this strange place where, oh my God," he looks at the statue, "you're using sympathetic magic on me? Fuckers," he says. He seems angry.
Who has the unicorn's eye?
He says, "The unicorn's eye is currently hidden in..." Right. In order to get the unicorn's eye, you have to go to Evzot's Punch. Do you know where that is?
No. Copy paste that too, please, Logan.
Pardon?
Copy paste that too?
Sure. You got it. He says it's in MMO land, as you call it. Along the southern coast, it's a giant fist thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I put it there because I was worried about Trump and Chaos and Pattern being easily able to get in there and get it. So you're going to probably have to go in on foot to get it. And also, once now I'm assuming you guys don't have a spike art or even know what one is. So you're going to probably have to go in there and get it. And I've got a very simple 8-step plan that will allow you to do this, because if you don't and the universe disintegrates, then my fucking bottle, which is immune to pretty much anything you can throw at it, will be floating through the fucking void, and I'll be spending maybe a year, maybe a millennia cursing you guys. Yeah. I can fucking, and if you don't do this, definitely death curse at least one of you, if not all three. He says,
Okay.
all right, so here's how you get it. Because you don't have the ability to just magic yourself in there the way I used to before you blew up my fucking mages. And not only did you cut my power cable, which probably blew those poor fuckers up. I didn't give a shit about them anyway. Who am I kidding? But you also made it so I can't respawn because you cut my respawning thing. So, fuck you people, he says. Anyway, first, you have to penetrate the magical tornado that endlessly spins there. It could disrupt or destroy any petty magics. It may even kill weak people. Then, when you get to the center of the tornado, which is in the eye, which is in the middle of the hand, you have to recite the 3 magic words. Klaatu. Barata.
Nectar. Yeah.
No, Nikto, he says. Not nectar. I'd slap you if I was more corporeal.
Yes.
No, okay.
You really like
repeat them back. I want to make sure you got this right, okay?
You really like your pop culture references, don't you?
He's like, yeah. Do you have the words?
Baratu, Klaatu, Niktor.
No.
Klaatu, Barato, plural.
You gotta say it right, or it's gonna take you somewhere horrible.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, fine.
I know what that's from. That's the day the earth stood still, so we're fine.
He says,
Klaatu, Barada, Niktu.
yes. This will take you to the dread combat cave where you must face the 4 different elements: earth, wind, fire, and air. After defeating those, which will all try to kill you, and when you kill one of them, they become smaller elements, and you gotta kill them too. Each of them break down. You take all the pieces and you assemble their elemental cores. There are gonna be 4 different elemental cores for the 4 different elements. Then, and don't stick around long because they respawn. Okay? Because you haven't got their fucking lifeline. Then, you assemble those 4 cores together.
Make the 5th element?
Yes. Take a card. I'm adding that.
We're just sitting here naming the movies Logan's ripping off.
Woo!
Yeah.
He says, that causes
So
you...
all we need is love. So all we need is love then to bypass that.
Well,
because
if you love killing, yes. That then takes you to, that teleports you, so be sure that whoever's assembling the elements, other people have grabbed onto them before they fucking snap them all together. Otherwise, it'll just be the one of you. This then takes you to a small room with a lead-lined box. In the eye of the unicorn, unless it's been taken by somebody else because you're slow, will be in there. Then, you attune yourself to the Logris within the eye of the unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
It may destroy you utterly. Try to make it work. Now, then you have to take because keep in mind, as soon as you take it out of the box, you're definitely on a limited time. Because that'll give like a beep to everybody else. Take the box, trump out of there. If you don't take a trump with you to get out of there, or several trumps to get out of there, you're going to be stuck in there forever unless you have a way to burrow through the earth, which you fucking probably don't.
The room is not big enough to do a Logris there?
No, you don't want to do it there anyway. There's too much chaotic, fucked up magics in Ivrat's Punch, because that's why I chose that place to hide the Eye of the Unicorn, because nobody would find it there. You can put it wherever you want, but if you go to the Perpetual Fog Island, that's where I was going to do it. Does anybody know where that is?
No.
It's along the north coast, not far from the fucking giants and stuff. And it's an island of perpetual fog. Unless you have the ability to fly, be really careful going in by sea vessels because there's a lot of treacherous reefs and monsters in the water who feed off of anybody who goes in the water. Flying is definitely the best way there. Once you get onto Fog Island, you have to feel where to start the Logris. Okay? Only the person who has attuned themselves to the eye can attempt to draw the new Logris. If that, and also, whoever's going to do it, like I have a whole bunch of human sacrifices I was getting ready because you want to be at least half crazy when you try this. Otherwise, if you're not insane enough to make the Logris, it will not work. You've got to be crazy. Not all the way crazy. Halfway crazy is good.
Right.
Okay.
That's
glad you understand that. And then, if that doesn't destroy you, you've got a Logris. You need to set guards on the island to protect it, preferably aerial. Otherwise, others will maybe find it and seek to destroy it. If you don't have teams of strong guards, you better get some. I can answer other questions if you can ask.
Were you the one behind the Harlequins collecting all the pop culture reference items?
No.
Were you the one who blocked the whirlpool in Burlington?
Yes, fuck those people in Burlington. Fuck
Why
them.
are there nuclear bombs there?
That was part of my genius plan to keep people from fucking unplugging my mages. I had purifying raw power that I was getting from Burlington. You don't know the power of the clock.
How can we reestablish the drain?
The what?
The drain that goes to MMO land from Burlington.
Have enough raw power to undo it? I doubt you got that. I don't know of any way that somebody with limited power can do that. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
What other questions you have? I have a lot of answers, but you have to ask the right questions.
So, if I made a pocket shadow within this area and then put the Logris there, wouldn't that be a better location? Because then no one else would be able to get there unless I wanted them to?
Depends. Learning to, like this pocket shadow's already got guards and wards on it. It may take you a couple hundred years to learn to make your own guards and wards. You don't have that kind of time.
Sure. Okay.
But yeah, if you know how to do that already, and you're a lot more powerful than I'm guessing you are, yeah, absolutely. Make it wherever you want, except anywhere close to the pattern. Don't fucking put it close to the pattern. Definitely not in the same fucking bubble. So,
yeah, Lord Trevor told me about that.
Yeah.
That's the good way to destroy the universe. You said the power of the clock. What is the power of the clock precisely?
I'm not sure. I just discovered it was powerful, and it was like a raw magic, and I had some other tricks which I am not going to share with you because I'd rather.
You had the parasites that were slowly in multiple zones sucking the power from it slowly, and then you had them in the triangle, which is what you were feeding the mages to feed your power.
I'm not confirming nor denying those things.
Who are the other parties that you said are after PI?
He says, a good question. Let's see. The ones that I know of include the following. Amberites. Because since you guys have got it, they're going to assume that you have maimed their god. And plus, they're going to need to get it back eventually. If this thing stays away from real pattern too long, it could weaken real pattern and hence weaken reality. If they discover it here, the Amberites, they'll probably kill everybody in this place and destroy the entire pocket shadow for maiming their god. Also, House Amblerash from the Courts of Chaos, they're working directly for the Serpent. They worship the Serpent. There are rumors that the Great Serpent himself is aiding them in finding it, making it only a matter of time before they get to it. If the Serpent gets hold of the Eye of the Unicorn, needless to say, the entire universe may die. Also, after it is House Sawal from the courts. They want to maintain control, access over the true Logris. They're the ones who control the in and out of the true Logris. So they want it. Sawal, the royal house. Yeah. Also, from the courts, House Jespy. Why? They're at war with House Sawal. This would be excellent leverage. In addition to them, any minor houses, including one I've heard about that has a personal vendetta against somebody here named McKay, wants to get the Eye of the Unicorn because getting it will jump them up to be a major house. So all the minor houses are after it. And then some independent powers and forces such as the Time Turners, Ghost Clan, and the Brotherhood of Fury are ones I've heard about, but I don't know much about them.
Time Turners, Ghost what?
Ghost Clan and the Brotherhood of Fury.
And Furies.
No, the Brotherhood of Fury.
Brotherhood of Fury. Yeah, you're going so fast. I'm typing this shit. So
yeah, carry on. By the way, if anybody's wanting to post this on the in-game board, the only people that I don't want to read it are. You can type only read this if you run HH3, and the only people who haven't are the two new guys, the brand new guys. Jeff, Jameis, and Marcus have not done this yet. Everybody else, except for the Burlington Raiders, which will do it tomorrow, and don't read the boards anyway, I don't think, is fine.
So, sorry, it was Ghost Clan, Brotherhood of Fury, and what was the third one?
Time Turners.
Yep. By the way, he's much more ranty.
Time Turners?
Yep.
Can you copy paste Amble Rash, Zoal, and Jet Speed so we can spell them correctly?
Okay. Let's see. Amble Rash. Yes, you guys have gotten the bonus in because Chris has got a backpack full of happiness. Good news, you definitely defeated the Blue Mage, though. Bad news, kind of wanted them to succeed.
Yeah, I kept asking people, why did we want to stop the Blue Mage from creating a Logris?
He says, I can answer that.
Why?
Because you guys are the kind of people that if a key looks like it fits in the lock, you put in the key and turn it and never ask, does this door go somewhere I want to be?
Yes, I've noticed that.
Depends on the individual, but yes.
He just looks at you three accusingly.
I'm like a rampaging tiger in a China shop.
What other questions do you have? He says he's super pissed.
Were you the one screwing with Clem?
Side effects.
Okay.
Right.
Although now Clem's going to have to be rebalanced. After you get a new Logris made, then you'll want to figure out a way to rebalance Clem's. I'm not sure how, but I think that there's some other kind of teleporting thing around somewhere that can do it, but I'm not sure what. Something else that teleports around. You'll figure it out. He says.
Which faction does the Joker work for?
Who?
Guy, green hair, white face, running around trying to collect something. Dora? No?
Don't know him. What other questions do you want? Do you want me to go over the magic words again? He asked pointedly.
I love peanut butter sandwiches.
He says.
Klaatu Barata Niktu?
He says, you're all doomed.
Say him again.
He says.
Klaatu Barado Niktu.
Barada, Nikto.
Nikto, yeah, okay, that's
what I
thought.
Not toe, Nikto.
Klaatu Barada Nikto.
Yes.
Like it's in my toe down here on my foot.
No, there's no E on the end. I can hear you pronouncing the E.
Ah, I see. Okay, good. That would be
I pull out the oscillation overthruster. Do you know what this is?
He looks at it closely.
And I killed Logan. Definitely killed Logan.
I think you're back.
We heard that burp come through.
Nice. He looks at it closely for a while. Could you turn it to so I can see the other side? He looks at it and goes, "Is it a snow cone maker?"
No. It's another pop culture item.
Great.
Trying to work out why people are interested in it. And since you seem to be interested in pop culture crap, thought you might be aware of that.
I have no idea what you're talking about, he says.
How do we reintegrate the eye back into the unicorn so that reality doesn't come undone? That seems kind of important.
That's a really good question. I'm not sure, but after you create a Logris, if you can find a way to get it to the Amberites without them knowing where it came from, but doing it securely so that you don't leave it for some other fucko to pick up, like don't throw it into their palace window and hope for the best, if you know what I mean.
Candygram for Mungo.
Maybe they'll figure it out. I don't know.
Right. So the Amberites might know how to do that. Okay.
I sure hope so, but it definitely needs to get back to them.
So
you've got a very limited amount of time before this all goes tits up, and it's going to
I'm assuming you've already walked the Logris. Otherwise, you wouldn't have grabbed this. Have you also walked the pattern?
No.
He's dead. It doesn't matter.
If you walk the pattern first and try to create a Logris, that's almost a sure recipe for self-destruction. You're wanting to get somebody who, he just stops, looks at you, makes an empathy roll. I'm going to fucking die, aren't I? I'm going to float around in the fucking void for eternity and cursing your names.
So I think all of us have walked pattern at this point.
Great, he says. I'm really happy to hear that. I can't tell you how happy. You see him like cutting his own fucking palms with his fucking fingernails. How happy I am to hear that.
Do you know any appropriate candidates we can hire on to do this?
You're gonna hire it out. And he just looks at you like you just said, "Would you like me to suck your cock?" He gives you that same look like, what the fuck?
Okay, I started sucking his cock, but no.
He seems to be getting weaker.
Pattern in our group.
He seems to be getting weaker.
Have you had any dealings with Ghost Wheel?
He says, "Avoid him. Do not anger it. Avoid, placate, do not anger." He looks around nervously when you said that
name.
You
probably shouldn't call him it.
Yeah, I think he...
You do understand that we are within Ghost Wheel's
domain. Don't say his name. Don't say his name.
I pull out the card. His name?
He goes back into the bottle.
Well, I think you freaked him out there.
I put it back.
I'm like, did he realize that he's been dancing to the tune of Ghost Wheel?
Take that lamp and put it in front of the one, like the other lamp, and see if that lamp gets sucked into that lamp.
That's fucked up. Back and forth you go, bitch.
Out,
yeah.
Right, next time he comes out, he goes into his trap, and then he's like, fuck!
I'm sure we can find some gaffer tape or some duct tape or something to tape the two next together. Yeah.
Unfortunately, just uncorking the one bottle is a risky proposition.
The pole with the blue goopy stuff on it, is it still shiny, goopy, or whatever? Has it become dull?
All that stuff has just gone away.
Evaporated. Yep. All right. All right.
Everybody take 2 cards for your bonus scene. He was upset. He is now trying to figure out a way to pass the time floating through eternal space.
And once again, we've killed the only man who can save the world.
Hooray!
Hey, I'm glad we figured that out.
Now, the fun thing is that it'll become clear what the reason that this was all done and stuff, if you can figure that out. If not, it's just another one of the confusing events in your character's lives. What was that clue you were wondering how it would make sense before, Pete?
Sorry about the clue that I was wondering how it all made sense.
Yes.
You're talking about in the poem, or?
It could be in the poem. It could be one of the items. I don't know.
3, 2, you can dissect.
That's just bad poetry.
It's not supposed to. It just doesn't make sense because you screwed up. Okay, got
it. No, there was something else that somebody brought up, and they're like, "How does this make sense?" Oh, dressing as women. Yeah.
Yes.
Does it make sense now?
Yeah, because of their fates.
Yeah. Sure. See. So now you guys are almost done. What do you do now?
I steal Pete's stapler, so he burns this place down, and then we die inside the great fire.
Well, I think this is the last thing, but I want to remind there's bunny suits and violins to take care of.
Well, the bunny suits are right next to the exit, so we can grab those on our way out.
Right.
I suspect the bunny suits are there for a purpose.
Yeah, I think we need to get in the bunny suits.
I've got a bad feeling where we're going to exit to.
I have a really good feeling.
Well, actually, sorry. There's two potential locations actually that could take us to.
Heaven?
No.
Oh yes, heaven.
It's as if there's 2. One of them is your ideal of heaven. Mm-hmm. The other one is Furry Burlington, which I don't know if either of you have been to.
Furry Burlington, yeah, Burlington 2.0.
The third layer of Burlington.
Oh, the third.
Yes. First layer is Burlington 2.0. Second layer is Western Burlington. Third layer is Furry Burlington, as in everybody's wearing furry costumes. The fourth layer, we believe, well, I don't know if anybody's managed to get further than we did, we believe is Zombie Burlington.
Yeah. Anytime you find bunny suits near a door, it's a good idea to put the bunny suits on.
Does everybody wish to pull that on over your existing clothing?
I'm going to change out of these women's clothes first.
I'm going to re-gear to my normal stuff.
Are you guys still wearing? Well, so yes. You want to? What?
I said yes.
So you're staying in all your current stuff and just putting the bunny suit on over it.
Yes.
Are you guys wishing to take off the women's clothing before putting on the bunny suit? What about the cloaks and rings and stuff?
I think I'm going to keep the cloak and ring for now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're wearing that under the bunny suit. Russ, what about you?
If you got something, I'll keep it all on.
Everything, including the women's clothing? What?
Cloak, ring, dress.
Okay, great. And then you guys all put on the bunny suits. And you...
Is there anything else we wish to pilfer from here before we go through the leave the mod door?
Pilfer, such a pilfering word.
You wanted the violin, dude.
I never said I actually wanted it, but it's that thing of, I'll take it for now. It might chuck it under the bed. There may be a situation where I think, this violin would be useful.
Oh my God, there's so many situations.
Right, you know.
The whole thing of it damaging me at the same time as it damaging everybody else is a bit of a drawback in the use of it.
But that's if you don't have a paladin with you. If you have someone that can heal you constantly, they just go heal. Mm-hmm. They heal themselves, you know. And
all right, Logan, show us all the pictures again. Let's see if there's anything else we want to grab.
The pilfer.
If we want to take we've still got our 2 milk bottles each. or one.
One.
Case
keep in mind the milk will it could possibly go bad before the next time you guys game, because actually Chris will be able to use them, and you other two it'll go bad before. So if you give them all to Chris, he can drink them next session. After that, it'll go bad because the milk it's regular milk. It doesn't last forever. It just happens to do a body good. And also, when you drank it, Russ, it did give you the milk mustache. I forgot that. Because of course it did. Although,
should we take the deer head with?
When you go over to deer head, it looks at you and goes, "Good job," in Clem's voice. That's all it says from then on. Is "Good job."
I think that would be great to put in your study.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I grab a graphic.
Oh no! All right.
Awesome.
Right down.
I grab my Frogneck copy and my Sea Monkey ticket.
Yep.
Next page.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say about
as the PCs are pilfering. I mean, unfortunately, the deer head won't fit into a backpack, but
that's all right. I'll carry it on my arm for the moment.
Sure.
I'll take the Zardo's head just because it makes me feel better about life.
It's the size of a bowling ball.
That's fine.
I was going to say, would you take the Zardo's head?
I grab a bottle of Eli wine.
Yep. Done with this page, or?
Yeah.
The bumper stickers are mildly disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't know if they're right. And there's the last page.
If only there was a way to pull the diary with us.
Yes.
Yeah. That busted Janice might be worth something. Might become some kind of totem.
Well, the only one with an actual office and stuff that's consistent is McKay. So he could put the bust of Janice, deer head above his desk, and then
I think the swirly stone might be worth something.
What's that?
The
swirly stone next to the triangle with like the ram horns in it. Billiard room.
Oh, that. Yeah. That would give you something to carry, because he's got a big ass Zardo's head under one arm. He's got a deer head. You could carry the big ass swirly stone. Oh, everybody can give me Cthulhu Mythos on the swirly stone. If you have the Cthulhu Mythos skill. It works like a normal skill in this game.
Oh, almost.
Pete, this is Fumble. It's a luck charm, McKay. You should definitely have somebody keep it. This
good.
Oh, it's a deep one thing. Deep one art.
Deep one, okay.
Yeah. This picture here is the solution picture of the three fates, or Norns as they're called.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, it wasn't just Logan's odd desire to have all the PCs dress as women. It actually made sense. Plus, this is the first mod I ever wrote with women exclusively in mind, because
I am taking the tape measure as well.
The tape measure you'll discover dissolves when you leave. So
okay. Yep.
Yeah, we're doing it in full garb, so we'll do it with the items we had to.
All right, so yeah, you've got a big stone. He's got a big Zardo's head. You got a fucking deer head going, no. And right.
Give the bobcat a thorough oral examination.
He doesn't have anything in his mouth, if that's what you're asking.
I'm going to put something in his mouth.
Oh, I see. Right. He fucks the bobcat head for a while.
Logan, take a card.
Oh, it's so painful. Okay.
No teeth. No teeth.
It's always bad when you find pussy with teeth. Right?
How big was the Janice head?
Okay, you're dripping with loot now.
I'll grab a couple of pillowcases off the beds and put the head in a pillowcase so I can carry it that way.
Got it.
Make it a bit easier to carry.
Sure. Okay. And you guys leave in bunny suits. Where you come out is the Misty Grandfather Clock in the Burlington 2.0 hallway of the bed and breakfast. Apparently, the bunny suits were left there just to fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All the fate stuff has disappeared?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
including
as far as the
and the rings.
Hold on a minute. Let me tell you about your new loot. Let's see. Give me a second. Scrolling. Keep them fuckers scrolling. Where the fuck? Okay, all the rings work exactly the same way. Once per day, duration combat. Actually, I can copy paste that.
Copy and paste it, and that way we can put it onto our character sheet.
Let's see.
I had the.
I'll also read it out.
I ended up with the fairy ring, didn't I? After that.
Well, they all work the same. They're no drop rings, so if you choose to drop it, it'll go away. But otherwise, it can't be stolen from you. You can't lose it. It works in all the zones that are within the skull wall. Okay.
Okay.
Once per day, duration combat. Everybody's at half or negative 30% to hit you. The disadvantage of this is that it's broken if you outright attack anything while the effect is going. So if you swing a sword at it or throw something at them or whatever, then it gets rid of the effect. But otherwise, you're super hard to hit for one combat.
Okay, and is that it breaks when you're attacking, when you're activating the power, or does that break whenever you're wearing it?
What? Oh, when the power's going, and like you go, activate ring for the combat, I am hard to hit. Oh, I'm going to hit this guy with a sword. Boop, you're no longer hard to hit.
Oh, it just breaks the effect. Okay.
Yeah, you can feel free to slaughter as many people as you want when you haven't activated the ring. The ring is like, it's a great thing for like, I need to leave combat now, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Pause saver. We will call you pause saver.
If used correctly, it is. Also, there are, of course, sneaky ass ways to get around other shit. So, who's wearing the white cloak? Chris is white. Chris, all of your guys' cloaks become non-magical and the effect sinks into you. This effect, just like with the rings, goes on in all the zones. You don't have to roll willpower for it or anything. All the zones within the skull wall. It's not quite high magic, but it's not quite petty magic. It's some other bullshit. The white thing, any sanity loss taken, Chris, next smaller die.
Ooh, that's gonna make it harder to get yourself into the right state
shit,
to create a Logris.
Oh, that's fucked up there. I love it. Jesus, that fucking worked out. So you're gonna have to kill a lot of motherfuckers, Chris. It'll be fun. No, you'll like it. Now, Pete, get to know them.
I was going to say, once you read them out, once you tell us, can you copy and paste the stuff there so we can?
Yep. Pete, on you, any healing spells you cast, next larger die. And for the power of black, any damaging spells you cast, next larger die.
Once for combat or
no.
When I'm wearing?
While you're forever.
Cool.
That's a sexy one.
Yeah, I gotta learn some damaging spells now.
Well, yeah, that is the disadvantage there.
Now where to put that? Now where to record that?
Telling me to take a mage track here.
Notes.
You don't have to, Russ. I'm not forcing anything on you.
I got to go into old school Nero and get a transfer enchantment.
There you go.
I don't know. That's the way the fates seem to be guiding me. So.
Yeah, well, of course, once the Logris gets made and hopefully magic returns to land, that will make it a little easier to actually, I don't know, cast spells.
Cast spells, yeah.
Because, that's not going to do a lot of good until that happens. But, yeah, Chris's is actually a really great one unless you're trying to get crazy or, whatever. But, yeah.
I haven't dropped below 80 since I've started.
Well, you're probably going to want to drop well below 80 soon.
If you decide to create Delogris and can't convince Freddy to do it.
Well,
I'm below half. I could give it a try.
Yeah, good luck.
So first of all, are you quite good at shapeshifting into your?
Oh no, that's right.
I was gonna say you're gonna die quick, Russ. You're not even gonna get to tune yourself to the eye. Yeah, just so you guys know, this mod has kind of started the timer of the possible end of the campaign. Personally, I'm rooting for the players to succeed and keep because right now the campaign is heading for the gorge. There's no bridge. It's up to the players to make the bridge or watch the train go off the side and make new characters.
Thelma and Louise time.
Thelma and Louise time, yeah.
To just with the abilities that we have gained from having worn the cloaks, that they only occur within the skull wall.
All this treasure is within skull wall.
Yeah, just want to confirm.
And do we still have the cloaks, or was it?
Yeah, you still have them, although they're just non-magical cloaks now.
Okay, so it just conferred the power. Period. You don't lose the.
Yeah.
Okay.
You soaked it in. But that's probably good that Chris was white because he does enough damage. Mr. fucking cutting people in half with a goddamn lightsaber. Don't look at me like that.
I would switch to spells, but they don't work half the time anyway. So.
Sure. Well, once somebody gets, and I wouldn't fucking hold my breath to get Freddy to do anything because he even said, quote, "I like my cowardice," because he figured out how to get rid of his fucking curse, and he's like, "Nope, I'll keep my death curse. I'll stack more on there." I was like, cool.
Has it become an insanity yet?
I think for Freddy the player personally, it may have already been one. I don't know.
That's probably true.
I've never seen a more risk adverse PC in my life. So
he's slowly becoming my new Kirk.
I know what that means. Well, yeah. So anyway, there you go.
Cool.
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's do
it all started really coming together fast.
Yeah. Russ, you got so many cards because you were like, blah, 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 and then you'd forget what you said and go on to something else. And I was like, I'll just stack some cards on because he said some smart shit and stuff. And to me, it's very funny when you say smart shit and then forget you said smart shit. That's just like a bonus there. It's like, I couldn't fuck with you worse if I was telling you the answers and then causing you to forget through magic or something. So
yeah, the problem is recognizing when you say smart shit because I was just blurting shit out, whatever came to my mouth.
Yeah, Pete eventually went, it's those bitches, and he started describing them, and the rest was like, what, the fakes? Aha, yeah. And everybody suddenly went, and joined hands and danced in a circle. So
when it came together, man, it was like, bam.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, it would have been embarrassing if the other two groups did it and you guys didn't. That would have been because you guys are like the brain groups and shit. So, all right, what do you guys have for titles here?
Twist of Fate.
Ooh. Take a card, Russ. Who else? Chris, have you got one? You're still thinking, I can tell. Pete,
not off the top of my head, I don't.
Yeah, something is immediately coming to mind.
Prestige mod victory, guys.
No.
Okay. Nobody else has one?
Oh, in that case, I will play this. Boop.
What'd you play?
The Wrestlin's Riches.
Oh, okay.
Because I have a full retrieve, but if you guys need pause, I'll keep my full retrieve for victories.
Well,
yeah, let's do that.
Also, just to be clear, the blue mage defeated did say you could do it however you wanted to. He just told you how he was going to do it.
Yeah.
Plus, he was really angry.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the best thing is that I'm pretty sure at some point, Chris is going to figure out how to put him into a driver or possibly a wood, because he's going to build.
Can you put him into this? Can you put him into the same one that Batman is already in, so they can argue together?
I'd make a whole. I'm imagining fucking Chris after another couple of years with just like a golf bag of different fucking imprisoned spirits. It's like looks like a 300-400 yard shot. I'm gonna use the blue mage on this one. Bastard.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, water hazards. I'm gonna take out that one.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's fucked up.
But unfortunately, I don't need that because mine turns into whatever I need.
True. But maybe you could turn him into golf balls or something like that, or a divot fixer, or there's a lot you can do. I mean, they have a lot of garbage that golfers carry around and stuff, So
I was wondering, one thought that came to mind that I wasn't going to say in front of the blue mage is that potentially shortcut half of that by doing what we did to get to the Jewel of Judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume you were thinking something similar.
The
walk and teleport.
What?
Like walk the pattern, teleport inside.
You're thinking if that was possible, everybody would already be there.
I think so too. Which is
but it
there
would
has to be
that's why I put
steps
it in
to it.
The Eve's Ops punch. So, because that's as those who have been there before know, it is a weird magic area, which was made back in season motherfucking 1 and only explored once and very briefly. I think it was a flyby. They're like, that looks fucked up. Keep going. Not even exaggerating. Not even exaggerating.
I still got the bubble map of it.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what any of that shit is.
Yep. Okay. So we're done with the naming game then, or has anybody else got anything?
Nothing immediately leaping to mind, unfortunately.
All right.
The other one that comes to mind is the memory hole.
I like Twist of Fate better. That's nice. Okay.
Yeah, Twist of Fate, nice.
All right, we'll go with that. And last thing, Chris, what have you got to say to the studio audience out there? Pete.
See us next time with new characters after we fail to create the Logos.
Yay! And Russ.
Well, I guess the universe is fucked. Bye-bye.